adventures. Here we go. I have 3 slingshots. Okay. I have some band making recommendations and also just kind of the way I do things. I would like to say I'm going to teach you the math part of it. I also have my slingshot here. Same slingshot. This one. I got 3 of them. Technically all 4 are right here. But I would just like to say I also have some of the bands that came with the slingshots. Yep. You can use them. I'm not saying you can't. But they're not custom to you. And that's what this video is about today. Custom bands and how you can make your own. I have some 0.65 here. Whole roll. Yeah. Brand new. And I bought it off of Amazon, and it was their last one. And I wasn't gonna buy it because I had some already, but something said I needed to buy the last one. So I did, and sure enough, they've been out of stock since. But here we are. I'm here making another video for you guys, and I would just like to say, let's get started. I'm gonna start talking about some slingshot bandwidth, and I'm gonna explain it for you and take it from there. I mean, this is a channel basically for knowledge and you know, fun and excitement, and I think this is the knowledge part of it, so learn from it if you can. I really would take this in. I looked all over YouTube for some videos. Zachary Fowler has some good videos about slingshot band making and you know, length and everything, and I would just like to say I'm gonna put this down into some deep math for you, just so that it's more understandable for everybody. I don't know if anybody out there has really put some thought into, you know, what is the exact length for me, you know, what is gonna make my slingshot bands for me. Okay, so here we go. So a lot of people have questions about, what should your width be? Well, how wide is the fork on your slingshot? Okay, in my case, mine's 7/8. 7/8. So what does that mean? You have the width of one of the end of the bands that's attached to your slingshot. Now it's up to you whether or not you want to taper your slingshot bands. If you do, I would recommend 1/2 inch, but that is my recommendation simply because that's my happy spot when it comes to wanting to fit one end of the bands into the pouch tie-on. So slingshot band's length. When it comes to what style of slingshot shooter you are, that's very important, because a short draw shooter would have their short draw length and divide it by fractions of 4.0 to 5.0. Same thing goes for the butterfly style shooter. You would take your overall draw length and divide it by fractions of 4.0 to 5.0 to find your own personal happy spot with the tension of your bands when you draw. Your active band length is when your bands are under no load / pull stress have been made to the bands. Also, they have been custom to your diaphragm after your slingshot band length calculations have been established. Example, I am a butterfly style shooter. My overall draw with my slingshot is 60 inches. If I divide 60 by 4.6, my active band length comes out to be 13 inches. So that means I have my active band length. Now don't forget that when installing your bands, that you are going to lose length installing them, so you must add on what it is going to take to install your band on a slingshot and your pouch, which for me is a 1/4 inch. For my slingshot, another 1/4 inch, which gives me an overall band length of 13.5 inches. First, we have an overall draw length of 35 inches. So first things first, take 35, divide that by 4.6, and your answer is 7.6, and that is the band active length. Secondly, we have an overall draw of 40 inches. So the next step will be to take 40, divide that by 4.6, and your answer is 8.6 inches. And last but not least, we have an overall draw of 47 inches. Take 47, divide that by 46, and your answer is 10.2 inches. Just to clarify, for someone that doesn't know how to break down an inch into fractions of 10, you would take the 16 centimeters that is in an inch and divide that by 10, and your answer is 1.6 centimeters. Okay, let's find our first measurement for our first set of bands, and that is 7.6, which though, if I showed you how this works, you should be able to do it yourself. So you got 7 inches, okay, and whenever you times 6 times 1.6, you get 9.6 centimeters. So once you find your 9.6 centimeters, and remember, you have to add on a 1/2 inch like I showed you. So let's find that 1/2 inch mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see that? Right there. 8 inches and 1 centimeter. Eight inches, 1 centimeter. And that will be your cut. Okay, let's get this band set cut. And it's very important that you make sure that your ruler is right on. So you make sure that you get that nice straight cut. Look at that. Perfect cut. There's our first set. Now let's get our second set. Now if you remember correctly, our second set was a 40 overall draw. And whenever I divided that by 4.6, what did I get? 8.6. So here we go. We gotta find that 8.6 mark, and then we gotta add on our 1/2 inch, just like I showed you on the first set. Okay? Okay. We got 8.6, so we got our 8 inches right here. Now whenever we did the last one, the math came out to 9.6 centimeters. Same thing with this band set. We're gonna find our 9 centimeters and then add on our 1/2 inch. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then add on our 1/2 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what do we have? 9 inches and 1 centimeter. Same thing to the other side. Nine inches, 1 centimeter. Okay, now let's make our cut. Okay, we have our first, we have our second. Now all we need is our last band set cut off. Now, you remember correctly, our overall on our last was 47 inches. So if we have 47 inches on our last band set, and we divide that by 4.6, you have 10.2. Okay, so if we have 10.2, and we know that 10 stands for 10 inches, what's the 0.2 stand for? If we take 2 times that by 1.6, what do you have? .2 centimeters. So you want to add on 3 centimeters on top of that 10 inches. As you can see, I have all my marks all along each side of my band sets that I cut off. Band set rolls, pieces that I cut off from my roll. So as you can see, I do have all the markings, and we are ready to start cutting our bands that I have tapered from 7/8 to 1/2 inch. Very important if you want to taper your bands. So here we go, let's cut them. There's one. Look at that. Nice, perfect cut. Let's move on to the next one. We're gonna keep going until we get all the way to the end. And you don't want to mix up your band sets if you're doing multiple band sets, because it'd be a pain in the butt if you get them mixed up. Yep, just peel it away. See? Another one. Match them up. I like to match them up, make sure all the sides are perfect. Okay, as soon as these are all cut, I'll get right back with you. So we have our bands all cut out. We have our string at 7 inches a piece, like I showed you in our last video. They're all 7 inches. Have all our pouches, and we're ready to tie some bands. Okay, so we'll start off with our first set, the smallest set, should I say. Okay, you have your pouch, and you'll need a piece of string. Okay, let's do this. Okay, if you see, watch this. I'll roll it up real small as you can roll it up. This also helped me getting my bands into my holes here. But if you just don't have it, like me, watch this. Brand new pouch, it does make it hard to put it in that small hole. Boom. Put it through, like so. Okay, you don't even have to put the whole thing in there. Partial. Look at that. See that? I'll allow you to pull it through. Just Gotta be gentle, because you can break bands. Okay, see? I got it through there. Simple as that. Okay? So you want to get it lined up on your pouch. To where it looks good on there. See that? If you're curious, I like rough end out. Side better grip. Smooth side in. That's just how I like to do things. Okay, so just like my other video, I am going to make sure a 1/4 inch is poking out that pouch, and then that will leave me a 1/4 inch left over here. We'll line it up and everything on our mat, just like I showed you. We have our measuring device. Let's see if we can make sure we have a 1/4 inch. Okay, see, we're a little over that 1/4 inch. So we're gonna shorten it up a little bit. Okay, it don't take much. A little bit more. Okay. Look at that. A perfect 1/4 inch sticking out that pouch. That's exactly what we want. Okay. So you're gonna take your pouch. You're gonna fold your band over the side of it like so. You're gonna grab your hemos. See? You gotta put them on. See that? Look at that. You stretch it out, it's not gonna come out. Okay? Let's tie this. Okay. See that? It's nice, stretched out. We have our piece of string. We're ready to put it on. Okay. I want you guys to see this. Because if you look, see how far over I put my string? It's a good inch right there. It's just enough so on that side, whenever I'm done wrapping it, I have enough to still make my tie. That's very important, otherwise you're gonna be stuck with a short end and you can't even make a tie, so you're gonna have to undo it just to make sure you have enough over there. So, when you got that far with it, keep wrapping it around just like this until you run out. That's the idea. And on top of it, if you're curious, I do like to measure my string for one simple reason. That gives me the same weight on my pouch that I keep putting there. I'm OCD. I really don't like things to be different. So everything has to be the same. Especially whenever it comes to tying my pouch onto my bands. See? Look at that. I'm able to make my tie nice, tight, wrap around. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, Now, you have your first knot in there. Make sure you double knot it. Okay, and once you have your double knot in there, you can release it from your rig there. Okay, see, look there. Now, like I showed you in the other video, we're gonna cut the string and burn it. So our knot stays in there. It's a nylon string, so it melts. And it really does, it keeps your pouch on your bands very tightly. I've never had any problems with the nylon string cutting into the bands. I have to say, it does what it wants to do, as long as you put it on there tightly. Okay. We're gonna cut that excess string off. And then we're gonna burn the string. See? So, after you get your bands tied onto your pouch, you'd be ready to put them in your Slingshot. I just wanted to show you guys, like I said, a perfect band set. You should be able to line them up. And in my case, we have 3 different ones. 3 different band sets. Okay. Okay, see, in our case, we have 3 different band sets. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half, a little over 7 and a half, going through the knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half, a little over 8 and a half, going through the knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little over 10 inches, which is 10.2 active length on that band set. So this is just a good example for whoever's trying to actually make your own band sets. I just want to be as knowledgeable and give you guys the right info out there, because I know Fowler makes a couple videos. There might be some more videos out there on making band sets, but if you want to learn, this is the video for you. Holla at your boy if you need any new bands. I will make them. And that would be the end of this video. I appreciate your guys' time. If you want to watch more of my videos, make sure that you hit the notification bell, or smack that bell, and subscribe, like my videos. Keep on coming back. Out.